Here's my bold promise. If I told you that you can land 5 to 10 clients every single month without a website, without a big portfolio, without asking for referrals, would you give me your next 30 minutes? Raise your hands. Oh wow. इतना अच्छा काम करा पता नहीं मेरे को. Alright. Cool. So, I think Arzu must have. I'm a data-driven guy. I'm a scientist and salesman. So, I was introvert by birth, but somehow became extrovert. Started closing for DD. So, but one good thing about my thing is like I take a lot of data. So I do not present anything without strong data. I might be lacking in storytelling, but yeah. So here's one of our client billing, which is visible $2,000. More clients paying $94, 1,80,000, 2,000 again, and a lot of customer testimonial for whom we have delivered phenomenal results, right? And the method that I'm about to share with you is the same method that got me into the offices and meetings with CEOs of these companies. Every one of them are doing around $1 million. Asta is probably the richest, probably $10 million a year right now. But yeah, and also this method has helped our Alpha Club members. Give it, guys. Let's have a cheers. Awesome. To show some results, Ahan, where is my boy Ahan? Raise your hand, boy. Ahan nahi hai? Alright, Ahan hit $70,000 worth of deals. Kal mere ko bolta hai, yesterday he told me he closed a Y Combinator startup using the same outreach methods that I'm about to teach you today. Will that work? Yes. Jitendra, where is my boy Jitendra? Oh hey, yo. This guy landed KFC as a client. How many of you would want people like KFC, Pizza Hut, and work for such big companies? Raise your hands. Acha, kuch logo nahi pasand. Okay. Alright. And Rishabh, who is not here, he's working from Vietnam, just closed $3,500 per month client and built a pipeline of $33,000 in a single month using the same method that I'm about to teach you today itself. Now in this presentations, I will be talking about 3 secrets to outbound client generation. How many of you have kind of seen all this cold email, LinkedIn? You have seen all of that? Raise your hands again for me. बहुत हाथ खड़े करवाऊंगा आज. Alright, so we'll be learning about 3 secrets. Secret number 1, intent-based targeting. Secret number 2, the old method versus the new method of outreach. And secret number 3, how exactly to close deals. Right? You guys are not here just to get into meetings, right? You also want to close some deals, yes? Yes. Awesome. So secret number 1, let's start with that intent-based targeting. Now, how many of you have sent some cold emails before, done some LinkedIn DMs? Give me a big yes for me. Or maybe raise your hands, anything works. Alright. And how many of you have seen that, many people say it's a numbers game. You have to send thousands to get one reply. Happens? Yeah? It's a big pain in the ass for most of us, people who are in the outbound field. Now, most people who do this, what they do is, they just buy data from any company like Apollo, Sales Navigator, some people, companies out there. And what they do is, they just start bombarding people with mails. And they cry because they don't get results. Right? Now let me give you a good analogy. I learned this in my gym actually. Right? How many of you know that working out, going to the gym is healthy? Raise your hands. Pretty much everyone. How many of you actually go to the gym? Honestly. Wow, less than 50%. Okay. Why? It's healthy. And a lot of these agency owners who come to me, they're like, oh, my service is so great. People should come to me. Why? Why would any client come to you? Now, big corporates, they're smart. And I'll tell you how it relates to the gym. People don't join the gym because it's healthy or it's good. People join the gym when they're triggered. What is trigger? Somebody called you fat, maybe. I don't know. Somebody called me fat, that's how I joined. Or your marriage is coming up. Yes, that's a valid reason. Oh, hey, that guy is getting married. Nice. So, and not so nice also. Alright. Or maybe you are getting old and you want to run behind your grandchildren. Something. You get triggered inside. That's how you decide to change something. Yes? Yes. Behind every single purchase decision of your life, there is a trigger event. Now that trigger event can be anything. It is very unpredictable, especially when it is B2C, but it is very predictable when it is B2B. Because companies are smart, right? Now, before I reveal you the trigger events, do you agree that the data that you first scrape and then reach out to people is the most important thing? Yes?
Yes.
Awesome. But I'll tell you this. But how many of you have tried buying data, reaching out, but you felt like, you know what, this is not working out? Raise your hands. Right? Happened with a lot of people. The reason your prospects may not be in that buying window. A lot of data sellers out there. Data bare pade hain, 300 rupees ke bech rahe hain. There are so many data available. But why are people not buying? Because they are not in that window. So that's where I come in. Why my outreach method is different? Because I don't randomly spam people on emails or LinkedIn DMs or WhatsApp messages or cold call. We do make it precise. Right? Do you agree? That you don't need information, you need precision. Agree? Awesome. More than data, you need intent, you need triggers. And especially when it is a corporate company, big company that you want to land, you need to look at these 5 trigger events. Hiring event. If they are hiring a similar profile like you, do you think if you apply for that, not as a freelancer, at least tell the CEO that, hey, you know what, if you have to hire an employee and train them for 3 months, then figure out how they reach their KPI, will waste your time, might as well give me the project. Do you think you'll have a better chance because that guy is already hiring? Works? Yeah? That's my favorite one, by the way. I actually go to LinkedIn job search and pitch all those things. And it works. A funding event. If somebody has just raised Series B, Series C, Series A, they have a lot of money, but that also have a pressure to, expand. Do you think that's the time when they'll need marketing, sales, development, any sort of services? Yeah? Expansion, they're expanding their business, mergers or acquisitions. Or sometimes, it's a weird phenomenon, sometimes CMOs, CEOs, they change. And when CEOs change, they're like, oh, I'm going to change something in this company. That's where they fire people, they hire new people, they'll look for a new agency. So this is another event. Now I'm not going to the details of how exactly to find this trigger events, but do you agree that along with data, if you know the intent of a company, you will have a much better chances of outreach. You probably send less emails, less outreach and land more clients. Works? Yes. I can't hear you. Yes. Awesome. Now here's an example of our own agency. I go to LinkedIn, I said, hiring for blah 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 whatever. So this guy was hiring for a content and sales position. I was like, you know what, I can reach out to this guy. And we actually landed him as a client. Do you want to see how? Yes. But he was in this buying window, right? He was hiring. Now when I pitched him, I told him I'm an agency. He was still cool with it. And I tell you, 80% of the time when I pitch to people who are already hiring, they don't care whether an agency comes or an employee comes. They just want to get the job done. Do you agree? Yes. We have a lot of business owners here. You guys pretty much want the job to get done, right? Mostly. Do you think it's a good prospect to reach out to somebody who's already hiring? Yeah? Can't hear you again. Yes. Yeah, awesome. And this is exactly what one of our Alpha Club member did. So she said she doesn't want to show her name because she's still an employee. But yeah, I'll show you some stats. She sent 20 intent mails. People sent thousands and get a few responses. She sent 20 emails, got 6 call booking, probably 3 negative replies, and she got about 3 rejections, 3 positive replies, and closed 1 deal. And the deal size, okay, got cut somewhere. $2,800 single client. Is that a good number? Yes. Do you ever want to earn, let's say, $2,800 per client per month? Want to reach that level someday? Yes. Do you think this will have? Yes. Can't hear you again. Yes. Absolutely. Now, to show you how we landed that client, that hiring wala client, I need to tell you the secret number 2, the old way versus the new way. Now, this is how typical cold emails look like. Do you want me to read it to you?
No.
No? Let me try. Okay, I always know. It's a good breathing exercise, I'll tell you what. So it says, recent name, Hindi, Tamil, Spanish, 200 plus language translations. That's the subject line. And this guy, if you can't read it, he has tagged some lakku in the CC. I don't know who this lakku guy is, but definitely not me. And he says, hi, hope you are doing great. I am James Martin, working with a translation company based in Bangalore, India. We do have expertise in Hindi, Bengali, Marathi, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, Urdu, Gujarati, Odia, Malayalam, all Indian regional languages, and English, Mandarin, Spanish, French, Arabic, Russian, Portuguese, etc. All foreign languages, mutual, manual. Okay, I'm done. Alright, so it's a good breathing exercise, that's why. Do you think this will get to my client? No? Why? Can anybody answer? Raise your hands, maybe I can pick one. Lady, yes, please.
Because they are talking about them.
Hey, तेरे को आंसर पता है, तो सेल्स मास्टर में थी. नहीं बता please.
So because they are talking about themselves and they are not talking.
Yes, exactly. This is how my cold email looked like to that guy. I said, you've got balls of steel, bro. As funny as it may sound, I don't like randomly say you got balls of steel to everyone. They will get pissed off at me. This guy actually tweeted a day before me sending this email that in order to run a business, you need to have balls of steel. Do you think this guy will not open my emails? And all these people who complain about email rates, मेरा email नहीं खोल रहे. Do you think if you send this sort of email, people will not open them? This is funny. This is relatable. And I'll tell you about the content of the email. I said, it's not hey sir, how sir, no. Yo, name, my man. Why? Because he writes like that. It has to be relatable. You don't have to be like very creative. I see that you are hiring for appointment setup. Honestly speaking, bro, your email list is good, gold mine in itself. So we are email marketers. That's what we pitch. I'm like, तेरे को appointment setup की ज़रूरत क्या? मैं करता हूँ ना. I recorded a 13-minute Loom video and I sent it here. But let me read that entire thing. With a few tweaks, you can absolutely, automate the entire process. I see that you are getting 42% open rates on average, but I would love to know your click rates and reply rates. This was my first email marketing client, by the way. In a long time, international client for Pixel Track. So we didn't have international case studies. Normally people say you add a case study, so I was really challenged, like how do I add case studies here? So instead of case studies, I added an insight. Every business owner loves more insight, somebody who can think on their own. So I use the reply back strategies in my email CTS and people love that. I generate most of my appointments that way. What would this have done to him? It would have fired up some neurons? Yes? Yeah? I recorded a Loom video, shared it in the job application. So what I did was, normally I send a Loom video on the email, but since this guy was hiring, I applied for that job and I sent a video there. He might not open this email, but he's definitely going to look at his job application result. Yes? So I send my Loom videos everywhere. And so, by the way, just to give you a comparison, this red highlights all the points where the person talks about themselves. And I gave this guy a favor because at least he cares about my day. He says, hope you are doing great. So that's green. This is how my emails look like. Do you think such emails will get better results? And you don't need to have emails. You can use the same strategy for LinkedIn. And many people come to me, oh, bhaiya, script de do, framework de do. No, you just have to be human, bro. Go there and tell them, bhai, to hire karna, I can help you out. Will this work? Yes? I can't hear you again.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now result, ho gaya, type form dekh liya, then let's talk. That's what he said. And this was literally a 15-minute sales call. The moment he came, I showed my 3.5 lakhs email list. He was like, oh, you take the project. So that works. DD's email list did help us close this client. But yeah. And it also helps some file factor members. This is the kind of responses I get. Must say, I was impressed by your pickup plan and it definitely got me interested to write back to you. Why? Because they actually gave a damn about the client, not like sending like random spam to them. Or wait, what happened? Okay, let me go back. Oh yeah, this is another. Sometimes what I do is a sneaky tactic, by the way, you guys can use it. Create like a lead magnet. For this company, he's our client in Pixel Track. We're doing outreach. So he's like in a very weird niche. Jhan pe it's very difficult to get the client to say yes. So we actually created some sort of a form, an assessment that they can do themselves and figure out their own lacunas. And we just sent an email saying that, hey, we have built this. Would you like to have access? No pitch, nothing. We got about 10% positive responses. And then we sent this mail. Hey, here's the assessment. Hope it helps. By the way, can we get a quick call this time? And I tell you this, among the 10% people who reply, about 80% of them said yes. Yeah, let's get on a call. So much better than simply spamming people. Do you agree? Yes?
Yes.
And you can do the same thing on LinkedIn, same thing on Instagram. I would prefer LinkedIn. Let's not go into Instagram. I don't like that platform for some reason. But you think this sort of a strategy will help again? Yes. Jose. Yes. Awesome. And yeah, Rishabh built this pipeline. He sent me the screenshot. 33,000 देके मैं हिल गया एकदम. Like oh भाई. And he actually crossed $30,000 this month in revenue, I think, not profits. And third, how many of you want to finally close some clients? Yes? Raise your hands. Deal close भी तो करनी है, deal लाने से क्या होगा? Yeah? Cool. So we do something called a value-based pitch. Like this is how most companies look like. And I'll tell you a story. For a story, I think we are just 15 minutes in, so it's fine. I can tell a small story. Yes? Yes. Awesome. So there is this company that we wanted to hire to develop some web app for us. And DD told me, hey Jayant, you are handling sales. Go sit in the sales call, give me feedback. I was like, okay, let's go. And I was in the Zoom call, sitting. And I was hoping, okay, I tell you, this is a Series A funded startup. Apparently, it's a unicorn somewhere. This guy comes, he opens up a PPT. It was a 120 slides PPT. You know what the first 50 slides were? Our company has raised Series A. Our founder is so great. We have so many products. We do this thing. Would you ever buy a product like that or a service like that? No. Yes or no? No. But how many of you have kind of done that sometime in your life? Raise your hands. If you are guilty, it's okay. It's fine. Oh wow. I did not expect so many. Alright. And then I hate this. And I tell you this, you cannot bore your way into selling. Right? And what happens if you share this PPT and everything? Not like this PPT, this is a good PPT. Yeah. But when you share like a boring thing, what does a client say? Oh, I'll think about it. You know what? You should send this PPT to us, we'll decide. And then you just wait and wait and wait and wait. Pata nahi kab aayega. And somehow you might land one or two. But yeah. But here's the thing. We don't even sell in our meeting. I invited one Pixel that client, but he couldn't come. But yeah, I would have asked him what did I do. Alright. We don't even sell in our meeting. In fact, we do 2 meetings. We don't do one call close. It's a 2 call close mostly for agency. Alright. It's a 2 call close process. In the first call, we do not even pitch. In fact, we don't even have a PPT. I'll show you my proposal. How many of you want to see our proposals as well? Alright? Cool. Awesome. I use a simple framework and I call it BADASS. Well, it's an acronym by the way. B for building rapport, A for attaining control, D for demystifying gap, A for amplifying gap, S for sell the dreams, S for sell the price. Last 2 parts we do it in the second call, first 4 we do it in the first call itself. Now, a typical sales process that, I don't have a lot of slides to show here, I'll just explain this. If you want to learn more, I think I have a free course somewhere in my website, just ask me, I'll give you. Or maybe I'll send you after the evening. So, building rapport, a lot of people waste time, they'll be like, oh sir, your hair looks great. Who is that? or like, sir, where are you from? I'm from Kurumangala. Oh, I am in the first block. I eat tiffin in Raghavendra. Do you come? Not like that. The rapport building is 30 seconds. Hey man, how are you? You're like, all good? Great, let's start. That's literally how it goes. But the most important thing is attain control. A lot of people just open up this PPT, sir, we are so great. No. Your job as a salesman is not to sell, although that's the primary purpose. Your job is to uncover pain. Agree? Yes. Only when there is a pain, you can sell. Right? So tell me, what brings you here? I ask a simple question. Like, you must be getting a lot of cold emails, right? Yeah. What made you book a call with me? Then they just throw up. Oh, you know what? It stood out. What? So what? Oh, you know what? I have this thing which didn't work. I did my outbound team. They're not performing well. Blah, blah, blah. That's my hook. Like, I try to get this pain out. And once this pain is out, we go there. Demystifying the gap. So I was reading this book called Gap Selling by Keenan. So the author's name is Keenan. So he talks about this concept where there is a lot of gap in our head. There is like a current state and there is a desired state. Let's say you are fat, you want to lose weight, that's like your gap. A lot of people have mists around it. Like they can't just see the gap. I'm Indians, right? Sometimes happens. If you have a knee pain, chal jayega. Seh lenge thoda. Happens. We'll just deal with it when the matter comes. How many times it has happened with you guys? Yeah, so many times, not just knee pain, I mean in general. When you find a pain, you'll be like, okay, let's just figure out a way to deal with it later. Happens? Raise your hands. Damn bro, I did not expect this many. Alright, cool. We try to uncover those. So what your pipeline is dry? How is it impacting? Right? And how is it not adding to your bottom line? All those things. Then we do something called as amplification. There is a cool copywriting method called as future pacing, where we say, if your pipeline is dry for the next 6 months, what will happen? And I just stare into their face. What will happen? And a lot of people start uncovering their pains there. Like, oh, you know what, if my pipeline is dry, oh bro, I'll have to fire some people, I really hate doing that, blah, 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 blah. Yeah? And then I tell them, and here, in the Shell the Dream part, I just, you know what, there is a simple solution. I think you can set up an outbound team and we provide that service. Well, what I can do is, can we meet 2 days from today, like maybe Friday 12 p.m. And what I'll do is, I'll create a complete proposal and show you how exactly you can get out of this problem. Will that work? The client says yes, we book the second meeting and that's where we close. Do you think it's a much smoother way of taking the client from, from their pain points till the place where you pitch? And the best part of this process, especially for services, a lot of the time the client feel that they are the alpha in the room. They are like, oh, batao, kya batao? What are you selling? But when you uncover their pain, they're like, oh, Jayant, I'm having this problem and that problem and that problem. It just comes out. You just have to scratch the itch. But best thing is, in the last part, we tell them, can we set up a meeting where I'll show the proposal, quote you the right price. So they come in the intention, oh, ab mere ko bechega hi. A lot of people kind of try to hide the face, I don't know. Then, in the next call, I actually create a proposal like this. We don't have slide decks. And of course, I can read this to you. It's a template. But I literally write down everything the client mentioned to me. It's very, very customized for each and every single client that I close. Exactly what they mentioned to me in the discovery session, what problems they face, our aim, what is an overarching solution. It's not like a complete solution, but what they should do, our expected results, scope of our work, pricing, whatever, guiding and support. How many of you think this is a much better way to close deals? Raise your hands. Much better than PPTs, yeah? Yeah. I pitched this to about 20 clients, about 10 of them are here with Pixel right now. So it works, 50%. I don't know. But these are outreach clients, so I targeted them well, so it was pretty good. And by the way, this approach was derived from this book. How many of you know this guy? If you don't know, it's fine. Okay, a lot of people know. Nice. So I read this concept called reciprocity. When you provide value to somebody, people reciprocate. If I give you some value today, do you feel like, oh, this guy is a good guy, I can relate to him? Will that work? Say yes?
Yes.
Still can't hear you guys.
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. And humans are hardwired to want to return the favor, pay back debts, and to treat others as they have been treated. If you treat somebody well, instead of pitching somebody in the first call, come on. If you actually give them some value, do you think you'll build a stronger relationship with your clients? Yes?
Yes.
Exactly. Now, more case studies. Where is Kushi again? I'm so angry at this lady, so I was like, tera na bahut dunga main. So, when she closed her first client, I was like so happy. She quit her job, landed her first client within a week. I was like, ab to group mein daal yaar, mere ko chahiye case study. Like, no, I need to close more clients. Then she closed one more client. Then she closed one more client. 7 clients she closed. And there she is. So, but anyway, I'm so proud of you. She's just 22 and she's killing it. We got Deepak Pani. Where is Deepak Bhai? Is he here? Bhai, please stand out. Dude, closed 1 crore worth of deal. Come on! He has 3 wins, not just 1 win. Marketing, software development, animation, and he has a beautiful YouTube channel, by the way. A very nice animation channel which also attracts a lot of clients. Harry, where is Harry? Harry ko bola ke lao re. He closed Anik Singhal as a client. Come on, who would want to have a client like this? Same method. And not just this, he closed him, then Adik was bragging. Oh, I closed 2 more. And Nazim, where is Nazim? Raise your hand, bro. Oh, my boy there. He just started like 2 weeks back, bro. Almost a month. 1 week. अभी इसको क्लाइंट मिल चुका है, अभी ये इवेंट से पहले ही आया इसको. अब निशांत, where is Nishant? Raise your hands. चाय पीने गया क्या? And by the way, this is a good thing. So Nishant closed 2 deals. Right next to him, Chinmay started. Oh, I also closed the client in UK. मेरे को क्यों नहीं बोलते? There he is. Go stand up, bro. Yeah. Big round of applause. But I love these two guys because the best thing about them, I used to think, oh, you need to send cold email. This is professional and everything. No, these guys closed in LinkedIn. इनने बोला मेरा website नहीं है. I don't have a website. I'm just starting out. I worked with some agency long back. I want to start again. So simply took this approach, put it in LinkedIn, and close clients. Great. And he's doing it for his clients as well. So awesome. And my favorite case study before leaving, this guy used the same badass framework, closed a lot of deals. I love this because he bought a car for his parents. I'm like, इतना मजा आया ना देख के इसको. He's not here. He went to some शादी or something, I don't know, but ये देख के ना मेरे को इतना खुशी लगा. He was barely making about 1-2 lakhs a month when he joined. भाई है मेरा तो, right? How many of you think these are great results? Big round of applause for all these people who achieved this. Awesome. By the way, where is that Bhabhi? Sandhya? Sandhya is not here. Oh. So Didi's wife, our Bhabhi, closed Ali Abdallah as a client, by the way. The YouTuber. Same approach. In fact, I was the one editing her video. Treat pending है किधर है? नहीं है. But yeah, how many of you would love to have such clients? Say me. कितना low energy यार. और थोड़ा. पीछे वाले नहीं बोल रहे. Awesome. Cool. Here's the summary. 3-point summary, and we have still 3 minutes left on point. Intent better than data. Agreed? Raise your hands. Personalized outreach greater than generic spam. Raise your hands. मेरे को सारे हाथ नहीं दिख रहे. Okay, awesome. Value-based PPTs above value-based pitch, not PPTs. Value-based pitch above PPTs. Raise your hands. Oh, this is better. Nice. All right, so that's about my time. Thank you very much for listening to me. And you all in the audience.